Shalom, 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 family. Hey, can you drop a one in shalom now? Can you drop a one in the chat? My video audio good. Oh, praise shalom. Salaki. I got off work later than usual, but hey, we still gonna get it cracking. You feel me? This is something a quick class, but hey, don't tell me you love me, cause hey, our people got the saying right. But it said, hey, don't tell me you love me, show me you love me. That's really what it's all about right now. Hmm. That's really what it's all about because we understand what times we in. We understand. Look, hey, we said, hey, it's gonna wax first. What sin's gonna wax? The hatred's gonna wax first. Now I gotta find it. It's gonna bother me if I don't find it. It's gonna bother me if I don't find it. Let me see. Wax first. This should be about. I don't know why I did it that way. Tripping. Yeah, we at the end times for sure. I was thinking about doing my class on that. I had already started it up, but I planned on finishing it once I got off work. But it happened to be a longer day than expected. But hey, always have a backup. Always have a backup. Be prepared. You never know what's going to happen, but we got to get right. Let me let me pull this out. Right, we're gonna talk about love. John 14. Oh, I put 15. I'm tripping. All right, it's real simple. Let me share this screen. I'm gonna get it cracking about this love real quick. It's simple. John 14:15. If you love me, keep my commandments. That's how we're starting it off right now. If you love me, keep my commandments. You see, a lot of Christians hear this and thinking, Christ, he talking about his only two commandments, like he came up with something that was completely different. Like he done changed God's will or God's laws, right? But a lot of people don't understand that. Hey, Yahweh Christ, he just doing what he's told to do. He's not on no different accord. He got no different plan than the Most High. He has no different plan than the Most High. Pray that John 12:49, if I'm right. Yeah, right here. Boom. John chapter 12, verse 49. For I have not spoken of myself, but the Father which sent me, he gave me a commandment what I should say and what I should speak. So when he's saying if you love me, keep my commandments, Yahweh, he ain't talking about his commandments. He's talking about his father's commandments. You're talking about Yahweh's commandments, right? A lot of people have that misunderstanding of it's supposed to be like it's something different. No, there's no difference. There's no difference because when we're gonna talk about love, we got to get the right type of love. And there's no greater love than the love we should have of God. And we're taught to show how we show the love of God. It's real. It's the real simple stuff going on right now. Nothing too deep, but it's okay. For this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous. That love of God is the love we need to have. That's the love of God we need to have not only with God, but with our own people. So now we have an understanding of what the love is, the love of God, the love of God, that's the strongest type of love we should have. And like, so when we go to his 2 commandments, let's go to his 2 commandments. Matthew 20, 22. I'm gonna start at 30 something. Because he said, if you love me, keep my commandments. But they like to say it's these 2 commandments right here. That's what 30. Where are we gonna be at? I'm gonna start at verse 36. Master. Matthew 22:36. Master, which is the great commandment in the law? And Jesus said unto him, Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, with all thy soul, and with all thy might. But what is the love of God? We show that love by keeping the commandments. And that is the first and great commandment. And the second is like unto it, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. So we should want to have the love of God towards God, and we also have the love of God towards our neighbor. So when it's saying the 2 commandments, those are the 2 great commandments. Those involve keeping all the commandments still. There's not anything that's changed. Nothing's being left out. Right? And that's why we're going to go down to verse 30 or 39. And the second is like unto it, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. And on these 2 commandments hang all the law and the prophets. Why is that? And because you having that love for yourself, you ain't gonna let certain things ride. Like if you know something's bad for you, or you know you're gonna sin, you're gonna check yourself. You need to have that same type of love and effort for your brother, for your sister, for your neighbor, for your people. That's what's going to get us right. It's no longer this I love you, because we gotta understand the feelings. These feelings ain't gonna cut it. It's about these actions. Is that our people are still working on these commandments? Unfortunately, you're right. No, you're right. I mean, it's unfortunate, but look, hey, I like to say, hey, we gotta take everything a day at a time. Be better today than you was yesterday. Hey, be better this hour than you was the previous hour. Hey, baby steps. It's baby steps. That's how we're gonna get it. But like you said, unfortunately, our people are still working on these commandments. So going back to this action, right? Because a lot of our people love to say they love you, like, hey, bro, I got love for you. You my partner, you my dog. Hey, bro, I'll die for you. Our people love to say things like that, but when it's time to actually prove it, what they say, put the money where the mouth is. When the rubber meets the road, when it's time to stand on it, ain't no action behind it. There's no action behind it. You got to understand, love is very action based. Not this feelings, not I'm gonna make you feel good. Love is action based. We already know the Most High God loved us. It's already said He loved Israel. He already showed miraculous actions to even demonstrate His love for us, for Israel. And here's one that I feel like a lot of people sleep on, right? Let me see. It's what, Psalm 130. Oh, let me see. Let me see. What is it? 147. I was going to say 37. All right. Make sure I ain't tripping. I'm going to jump down to verse 19. This is one action that's really overlooked. This says, He showed His word unto Jacob, and His statutes and His judgments to Israel. The reason I said this action is very overlooked, because a lot of our people are, all right, yes, it's the law, but we got to understand what, like, this law is really the blueprint. This law was the game on how to set up and be a successful nation for real. This law told us how to be on top of the world. Let me get Joshua. And this law really What's the one that's going to put us on game? Tell us how to get right. Let me see. Joshua 1 and 8. The book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and thou shalt have good success. You see, he gave us the blueprint. He gave us free game. Look, all y'all gotta do is follow this. Y'all gonna be successful. Y'all gonna be on top. Everything y'all gonna be straight. Y'all don't have to worry about nothing. Here the blueprint. This is love. Love. I'm giving you the cheat code. I'm giving you the cheat code how to be successful. And this is one of my favorite. This is one of my favorite precepts too. Now, this is some pressure. I feel like it's very overlooked. It's commonly overlooked, in my opinion. Yeah, man. This Joshua 1:8. This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night. Thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein, for then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success. Why is that? Because this law tells us how to conduct, how we should conduct with ourselves, and how we should conduct with people who are not our nation, how we should deal with things, how our diet. This is going to get us right. This is going to make us successful. It teaches us how to deal with finances, how to just incorporate business practices as well. It's not just about the 10 Commandments. No, so our societal structure is part of this law as well. We got to remember that it's not just don't commit adultery, don't lie. No, it's deeper than that. It's a lot deeper than that. But this is what's talking about going to love being that action, not just I love you. Words make you feel good. No, I personally don't want that. If you love me, show me you love me by your actions. Stand on the business that you really love me for real. Right? We about to go back to John 15. Shalom, Nakwash. I see you in here. Shalom, Nakwash. The water. John 15. Where we want to start at? Honestly, I'm gonna start at 12 maybe. Yeah. I'm gonna start at verse 12. But I'm right here. John chapter 15, verse 12. This is my commandment, that ye love one another as I have loved you. Verse 13. Greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends. That's powerful. Shalom, feed me righteous. Shalom, sis. But that's powerful because especially with our folks, our people love to say, "Hey, man, like I'll die for you." It's hard to believe. If you ain't gonna live for someone, how you gonna die for someone? You can say you gonna put your life on the line, but you can't, help a brother out when he going through a hard time, knowing you got it, but nah, that ain't where you at with it right now. Now let's really put the action behind it. It says no greater love has no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends. Are you really ready to go against whether everybody or real situation where hey, you may not come back from this for someone, for a friendship, for someone you love for real, going against all odds, you're gonna stand 10 tones on the love you have for your brother that you understand and look, we may not come back from this, but that's okay because this is the love I have for you. That's the real question when we talk about love, because a lot of our people say, "Oh, I love you," but then we'll watch our own people die. You feel me? What? Think about it, like George Floyd. Everybody saw this police officer knee on his neck. Everybody saw the knee on the neck. Not one person came over, even tapped the police officer like, "Hey, bro, come on, man." Like, someone could have like, "Hey, look, you got an issue with him, I'll make a citizen's arrest for you. I just need to make sure my brother don't die." Or you can even, I ain't gonna say the other option, the other choice, but you could have done that. But no, our people, what they did, they pulled our phones out and they just record. Let me pull this other verse out, right? First John 3:16. And boom, right here. First John 3:16. Hereby perceive we the love of God, because he laid down his life for us, and we ought to lay down our lives for the brother. This is how we know we truly got that love for real. Exactly enough. We got a short love of action. Work, not just faith alone. A lot of our people, for some reason, when it comes to love, action just it don't means anything no more. A lot of our people are caught up with feelings. I love you. All right, you about to get hit. You about to get hit by a car. I push you on the ground. You may fracture your elbow because I pushed you hard on the ground, right? Or you may skin your shoulder up, or you may injure yourself because I pushed you on the ground. But you can't say I don't love you because I pushed you on the ground because a car coming, you about to get hit. I saved your life, but because it didn't feel good, oh, I don't love you no more. No, we got to get away from this quote unquote feeling. And this feeling, it's the actions really gonna do it. It's the actions, because hey, the words can manipulate your feelings, but the action gonna let you know what it is. All the time, the action gonna let you know what it is. And this, but 1 John 3:16. Hereby perceive we the love of God. You already understood what the love of God is. 1 John 5:3 is keeping the commandments. Because he laid down his life for us, and we ought to lay down our lives for our brother. So the question is, everybody who's saying they love their neighbor, they love their brother, they love their sister, are you willing to die? Are you willing to die for them? Are you willing to put your life on the line? You may not die. You may get blessed out of the situation, but are you willing to put your life on the line for that person you saying you love for real? That's the real question, right? Here's the thing I love about the Bible, right? Like it'll talk about a principle, but you can always go and find an example. You can find an example, right? So talking about this love and laying your life, putting your life on the line. I'm about to go into history. It's 1 Samuel 18. Boom. Jonathan and David. 1 Samuel chapter 18. I'm going to start verse 1. And it came to pass, when he had made an end of speaking unto Saul, that the soul of Jonathan was knit with the soul of David. And Jonathan loved him as his own soul. That's a real love. I love you, my brother. Oh, and what was the in Matthew 22, it said what the second commandment? Love thy neighbor as you love thyself. We seeing that right now. Love thy neighbor as thyself. Jonathan had that love. Jonathan had love for David like he loved himself. Verse 2. And Saul took him that day and let him go no more home to his father's house. And then Jonathan and David made a covenant because he loved him as his own soul, right? So this is going to be the start of it. We're seeing in that love thy neighbor as ourselves with Jonathan and David, right? So now we're gonna go to the next chapter. We're gonna try the next chapter and see how the story, how their story or how they love he had for each other progress. 19. 1 Samuel chapter 19 and verse 1. And Saul spake to Jonathan his son and to all his servants that they should kill David. But Jonathan, Saul's son, delighted much in David. And Jonathan told David, saying, Saul, my father, seeketh to kill thee. Now, therefore, I pray thee, take heed to thyself until morning, and abide in a secret place, and hide thyself. And so we gotta understand, Jonathan is Saul's son. He's disobeying his father because his father wanted to kill David. But having that love for his neighbor, like Yahushua said, hey, love thy neighbor as thyself. Understanding that his father Saul want to kill David, he looking at he's gonna kill himself. You see, this is the love that's being demonstrated. This is the love thy neighbors, love thyself that Yahushua was speaking about. Jonathan knows Saul trying to kill David, so he let David know. But why he let David know? Because hey, it's a part of the law. Let's go to Leviticus 19. All right. Boom. We're gonna jump to verse 16. This is in the law, right? Leviticus chapter 19, verse 16. Thou shalt not go up and down as a talebearer among thy people, neither shall I stand against the blood of thy neighbor. I am the Lord. So we gotta understand the law. The law tells us we can't just sit and watch knowing someone's about to die. Like we gotta do something. It's a part of all law, our law, tongue tied. It's part of our law to make sure one of our people don't die. Though. Like if we know something about to happen, we just can't be like, all right. So in 1 Samuel 19, that's why he goes against his father. He's going against his father. Keeping the commandments, showing that real love by telling David, hey, hey, my father, he chill out, hey, lay low real quick. My father, he trying to kill you right now. Like, lay low. Yeah, and you gotta understand, he's going against his father. Like he's putting David before his family, essentially. You know how people always say, well, I didn't say always say, but they got the phrase blood thicker than water. We understand we all kinfolk, we all blood, we all Israelites. You feel me? Let's go on to the next chapter to see how this story continue to progress with their love for each other. I forgot I'm in Leviticus. Let's go to 1 Samuel 20. And 1 Samuel chapter 20, verse 1. And David fled from Naoth in Ramah, and came and said before Jonathan, what have I done? What is my iniquity? And what is my sin before thy father that he seeketh my life? He pretty much asked, hey, why Saul trying to kill me? What I do? And he said unto him, God forbid, thou shalt not die. Behold, my father will do nothing, either great or small, but that he will show it to me. And why should my father hide this thing from me? It is not so. So Jonathan, even though Jonathan, he's still being a son. Even on the previous chapter, right? Saul told Jonathan, hey, and his servants that they should kill David. Jonathan, man, hey, he just tripping. He ain't really trying to kill you for real. He said, God forbid, thou shalt not die. My father do nothing great or small. My father ain't gonna do. Jonathan said, my dad ain't gonna do nothing unless he tell me for real. But he already told you he already said, hey, kill David. He already said this, but we gotta understand, we understand. Hey, sometimes our parents be tripping. That's what Jonathan, man. Hey, he tripping. He was tripping that one time. He ain't really mean it. But we gotta understand this love is being shown. Like, all right, I'm still, I still got love for my father. I got love for you too. That's why he's saying, "Thou shalt not die." He don't think his father is gonna do it for real. Behold, my father will do nothing, either great or small, but that he will show it to me. And why should my father hide this thing from me? It is not so. And David swore moreover and said, Thy father certainly knoweth that I have found grace in thine eyes. And he said, Let not Jonathan know this, lest he be grieved. But truly as the Lord liveth, and as thy soul liveth, there is but a step between me and death. And so David is saying, hey, the reason you're not going to know, the reason you're not going to know for real, because your dad know me and you cool. Your dad know him, your partner. Your dad know, hey, we day one. That's why he ain't gonna let you know. He know you're gonna be grieving. He know you're gonna be grieving about my death. He know this. That's what David coming from. They were like, man, hey, death is right around the corner for me. I see. I see. So let's jump down to verse what? We ain't gonna read the whole chapter. We're gonna jump down some. Verse 12. And Jonathan said unto David, O Lord God of Israel, when I have sounded my father about tomorrow, any time or the third day, behold, if there be good toward David, and then I send not unto thee and show it to thee. You know, I'm about to put this in the NLT. Hold on. Make this a lot easier. Right. Boom. And Jonathan told David, well, I might as well reread what I had read earlier in the NLT, right? 1 Samuel chapter 20, verse 1. You know, David now fled from Naoth in Ramah and found Jonathan. What have I done? He exclaimed. What is my crime? Have I offended your father that he is so determined to kill me? This is not true, Jonathan protested. You're not going to die. He always tells me everything he's going to do, even the little things. I know my father wouldn't hide something like this from me. It just isn't so. And then David took an oath before Jonathan and said, Your father knows perfectly well about our friendship. So he has said to himself, I won't tell Jonathan. Why should I hurt him? But I swear to you that I am only a step away from death. I swear by the Lord and by your own soul. Now, it's funny, right? Hey, the NLT hits it because you can't tell me this ain't our people. He like, man, hey, I put it on you, bro. Your dad trying to kill me, bro. I put it on you, man. Hey, I swear it by you, on you, and your dad trying to kill me. Like that's how I read it. And knowing they Judites, I just hear it. I just hear it. Hey, on you, bro. Hey, your dad trying to kill me, bro. Nah, man, you tripping. He ain't gonna do it. He will let me know you going. That's really how I'm reading it. That's really how I'm reading it. Now we're gonna jump down to 12. And Jonathan told David, I promise by the Lord, the God of Israel, that by this time tomorrow or the next day at the latest, I will talk to my father and let you know at once how he feels about you. If he speaks favorably about you, I'll let you know. But if he is angry and wants you killed, may the Lord strike me and even kill me if I don't warn you, so you can escape and live. May the Lord be with you as he used to be with my father, right? So the way I'm looking at this is like, man, look, man, I'm gonna make sure you straight. I'm gonna talk to Pops, see where his head at for real, and I'm gonna let you know if you good or not. And that's exactly how I read it. Hey, boom, I'm gonna let you know. I'll let you know if you good or not, bro. That's essentially that's how I read it. And he's like, look, even this is the type of faith he had in his father. He's like, look, I'll be my father ain't trying to do this for real. Look, hey, may something happen to me. Hey, on me, let me die if you trying to do something for real. That's how Jonathan was standing on it. That's how Jonathan was standing on it. But he's still showing that love toward David. Because all right, I'm not discrediting what you're saying or how you feeling, but I'm gonna go check it out. It was already one situation. All right, I told you they hit. Boom. I already told you one situation, but hey, Pops was tripping, and he cool now. He cool. But we gonna find out. Let's scroll down to see. Scroll further down in the story. We ain't gonna read this whole chapter. Where we want to start at? All right, let's start at like verse 24. So David hid himself in the field. When the new moon festival began, the king sat down to eat. He sat at his usual place against the wall. Jonathan sat opposite of him, Abner beside him, but David's place was empty. Saul didn't say anything about it that day, for he said to himself, something must have made David ceremonially unclean. But when David's place was empty again the next day, Saul asked Jonathan, "Why hasn't the son of Jesse been here for the meal either yesterday or today?" Hey, hey, Jonathan, where David at? That's exactly how I read it. But hey, he Benjamin, so hey, he said a little bit different. He said a little bit different. I don't got no good. I don't got no good Jamaican Benjamin accent. So Jamaican. I don't got that accent. I don't got that skill. But I hear it. We're like, where's the boy Jesse at? Where the boy Jesse at? Like, I don't know. And so I'm gonna say, in this verse 26. No, I was on verse 28. Jonathan replied, David earnestly asked me if he could go to Bethlehem. He said, "Please let me go, for we're having a family sacrifice. My brother demanded that I be there, so please let me get away to see my brothers. That's why he isn't here at the king's table." So hey, Jonathan, he gave an explanation. He said a reason why David gone for real. He said a reason, but this is our people for real. Like it's so funny. Like reading stories in the Bible now, understanding the tribes and hearing how the tribes talk today. I be hearing like their accents. I be hearing their accents when I'm reading stories. So I see the swole Benjamite. In my mind, Jamaican, just a swole, hey, boom, having this conversation with his son at the table. All right. So Jonathan explained why he ain't there. And look what Saul said. Saul, bored with rage at Jonathan, "You stupid son of a whore." He swore at him. "Do you think I don't know that you want him to be king in your place, shaming yourself and your mother? As long as the son of Jesse is alive, you'll never be king. Now go get him so I can kill him." Man, so think about it, right? Think about it. Saul so mad, right? Saul so mad. He called his son. He said, "You a son of a whore." You can't tell me that ain't our people, man. You can't tell me that ain't our people, man. Are you son of a whore, man? You don't want to do what I said, now I got this you and your mama. You son of a whore. And just because he don't want his friend to get killed. He don't want someone he look at his brother to get killed. He want to save his brother's life. And Saul mad, called him a son of a whore. This is him and his mother. "As long as that son Jesse is alive, you will never be king. Now go and get him so I can kill him." See, and this is crazy how the hatred grew, right? Because what in 19 he wanted them to kill him. Now in chapter 20, he want to get that body himself. Hey, he want to do it himself now. Because what in 19 it said what? Let's go back to 19 real quick. We got verse 31. Let's go back to 19. Boom. Saul had urged his servants and his son Jonathan to assassinate David. So he was urging them, "Hey, y'all go do it. Y'all go do it. Y'all put the work in. Y'all put the work in." But over time, that hatred grew. That hatred grew to the point where he said, what, verse 31? Now go and get him so I can kill him. He want that on his own now. He want that body on his hands. He don't want them to do. He want on his hands now. What Jonathan asked, but Father, this is like First Samuel chapter 20 verse 32. But why should he be put to death? Jonathan asked his father. What has he done? And then Saul hurled his spear at Jonathan, intending to kill him. So at last, Jonathan realized that his father was really determined to kill David. Right? And this is how you know this is us, right? You know, as a child, you ask your folks a logical question, they just get mad at you. They don't even answer the question, they just get mad at you. That's really what happened. Jonathan, like, why David gotta die? What'd he do? And who said, oh, you talking back? Nigga threw a spear at him, trying to kill him. Today, you know, hey, you talking back? No, I'm just asking you a logical question. Back then, you talking back? The nigga threw a spear at him. Saul tried to kill Jonathan for asking him a question about, why you trying to kill David, man? Why are you trying to kill David, bro? Like, come on, man. You don't call me son of a whore. Threw the javelin down just over David. Just over David. And that's the crazy thing about it. These is really this is really our people for real. The more I read this, I'm like, yeah, this is definitely us. Hey, reading the stories, the history throughout the Bible, how our people acted amongst each other. You can't look nowhere on earth and be like, oh, that group of people fit this. We do. ain't no way around it. Hey, we fit that example. The stories that's going on here, the way they talk to each other, it's definitely Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans. It's us for real. He threw a spear at him because he wanted to kill. He intended to kill his own son, Jonathan. Let's get that. But let's go back to what it said. Hey, there's no the greater love than to lay down your life for your brother. That's the love Jonathan had for David. His father really threw a spear trying to kill him. He was ready to die to save David's life. Jonathan was ready to die to save David's life. That's why I said ain't no greater love. And him doing all this, he done showed multiple times how he kept the commandments. We done saw in Leviticus 19. We just can't stand idle while someone trying to, kill one of our brothers. Ain't no way. We got to really do something about it. We just can't sit and watch. We can't sit and watch. And here's another thing about love, right? Love come with rebuking. Like I said, hey, this love is about action. It's not about making you feel good, not telling you, not caring. Sometimes love it's gonna make someone mad. It's gonna bother them, right? Let's go back to the KJV. Boom. Was it 27. Proverbs 27. Right here, boom. It says open rebuke is better than secret love. Exactly, and that's what it is. We got, like you said, now we got to call each other out. If I love you for real, and I see you going off, I should have enough love for you to want to see you succeed. That's why I says open rebuke is better than secret love. Cause what's the point of loving you in private, seeing you going off? What's the point of loving you in private, seeing you destroying your life, seeing your life about to go downhill? You may be narrow-sighted. You may not see the bigger picture. Because whatever you doing, you ain't seeing the bigger picture. Hey, I love you for real. I'm gonna let you know, hey, bro, you tripping. You tweaking right now. Get your mind right. And sometimes, hey, words got to be harsh. I know, like me and my family, look, hey, we gotta go there. We gotta like damn near hurt each other's feelings for us to get the message. Like, look, blase, 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 blah. Make you want to sit back and be like, all right, it hurt to hear it, but what is it? That open rebuke is better than secret love. I know you love me for real because you're willing to hurt my feelings. You're willing to hurt my feelings now than to see me destroy my life later on. That goes back to, hey, don't tell me you love me, show me you love me. That real love, that real action, standing behind it. And that's what love is for, not just saying, "Oh, I love you." Make sure, like, no, love me for real. I I don't want you to say I love you, but be worried about my feelings. No, no, we don't do that. So, and here's the thing about it, right? The love we have should be exactly like Mary J. See, hey, I was thinking about doing that for the cover, but I was like, nah, I don't think that'll be a good cover photo. But yeah, I thought about that too, Mary J. That real love. I thought I was doing like a little cut for the cover photo with it. But let me see, right? Because love, no, not we gotta understand. Hey, we see that this love also goes back to keeping the commandments, which a lot of people think we no longer have to do for some reason. But I mean, I know for some reasons because we've been lied to. But let me see if I can pull up this verse. This is one of my favorite verses. One of my favorite verses. All praises to him. All praises. I'm just glad to be a vessel. Let's see if I can pull this up. Baruch for KJV. Let's see if I can. Boom. All right, bet. Let me share this screen real quick. Baruch chapter 4, verse 1. This is the book of the commandments of God, and the law that endureth forever. All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die. Right? And so this love, we understand that our love is keeping the commandments, right? So when people be like, "Oh, we don't got to keep the commandments no more," the commandments done away with. So you saying our love for our people should be done away with too? Like, people don't understand how all this intertwined together. All this is connected. I show my love by keeping the commandments. But you telling me the commandments done away, we don't need the commandments no more. So I really don't need to love you for real. So what's the point? So how are we gonna love thy neighbor if we don't got to keep the commandment? See, it's not making sense. It says, "Oh, I just want to." They want that. They want that feel good love. They don't want that real love. That's why I put up the cover for that real love. They want that feel good love. All right. I don't gotta keep the commandment. I can just tell you I love you. Hey, I can say, hey, I can tell you do some righteous things, do some wicked things. It don't matter. Whatever makes you feel good because that's the quote unquote love. No, that ain't it. That is not it. So when they're talking about we leave it, we shall die. We can look at it from two ways. We can look at it as a spiritual death, or we can look at it as an actual physical death as well, right? Let me lead this one. Go back to the Blue Letter Bible. Let's go back to Blue Letter real quick. Exactly, Tom. Look, hey, regardless how it makes you feel, even gotta look at this. Hey, you gotta. It's gonna hurt you sometimes. It's gonna put you in a uncomfortable situation to be like, you know what? I know, hey, what so and so doing, hey, they mean a lot to me, but you got to put yourself in a quote unquote uncomfortable position to tell them that they going off. Sometimes it ain't easy to tell someone, hey, you going through this. Are you searching for God? Sometimes it ain't easy to tell people they going wrong. So sometimes it can be very difficult to rebuke someone, especially about a sensitive subject. But like, hey, we gotta have that love to put ourselves in an uncomfortable position to save their life, to let them know they're going off. That's that real love. Not worried about feelings. Let's go to Proverbs 21. I'll say it's about 21:16. Let's talk about that death. Right here, boom. The man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead. It's going back. It's going back to this law. What's our understanding? Let's do the right. It's going to tell you what our understanding is. So we got to understand this law is how we show love, but it's also more than that. It says, I'm going to start at verse 5. Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 5. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my God hath commanded me, that ye should do them, that ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. So our understanding is this law. And it says those who essentially depart or go away from the understanding is in the congregation of the dead. We're spiritually dead. We're not thriving. You feel me? We're walking dead. We're not living life. We're alive, but we're not living life. If you're alive and not living life, what's the opposite of living life? You dead. We understand this is what we talk. We in a dead state right now. We at the bottom. What you say, Tim? It'd be uncomfortable as hell sometimes. Yeah, for real. Hey, if you want to type of conversation, you just be like, man, you be paying a conversation out in your mind, like, man, I gotta let them know, but I don't know how to go around about it. You know, sometimes you try to beat around the bush and get to the point. Where sometimes you try to figure out, hey, try to just be straight and direct with it. But whichever path you choose, we still gotta do it. We still gotta show that love. We still gotta show that love for real. Let me see. So like I was saying, I'm just saying that commandments we're talking about the spiritual death, and we got the literal death as well. And when it comes to leaving his commandments, which the commandments being love. It's like see, that's what I said. All this is intertwined. Keeping the commandments is us loving each other. Keeping these commandments is our wisdom and understanding. So when they say the commandments is done away with, it's like that's why we dead. Hey, we have no love. We're no longer wise. We don't understand what's going on. Essentially, we walking zombies. We're the walking dead for real. Look at our people now. We going for anything. We going for anything. Any type of belief. Our people like to play with rocks. I think they got powers for real. Let's think about how people like to play with rocks and then they got real powers for real. No. We are dead as a people. We have no understanding. How people like to look up at stars and think that determine their personality. We have no understanding. We act like that's why it's important for us to have that real love and coming back to these commandments. That's really what it is. That's how we're gonna get right for real. That's exactly how we're gonna get right. Now the show about this literal death. No, I'll go to wrong. There is one in second Ezra I'm gonna do. There is one in second Ezra I'm gonna do. Let me Google this real quick. Salakia. Second Ezra says what 15, I believe. Yeah. 15 and 26. Slovakia, y'all. Was that Revelation 11 and 8, huh? You know, hey, the spiritual Egypt. Let me yeah, let's get it in the KJV. Slovakia. Verse 26. Let me boom. This right here, boom. Second Ezra 15, right? Verse 26. For the Lord knoweth all of them that sin against him. Therefore delivereth he them unto death and destruction. So not only, you feel me, we're gonna be spiritually dead, but we can be, hey, we gonna die for real too. Like we're gonna get that physical death as well. We're gonna receive that physical death. All in them, and it's not gonna be when we recover. We're not gonna necessarily know when, because breaking these commandments, breaking this love that we have for each other, is sin. If the commandments is sin, and we stop and we do the opposite of love, which is hatred, right? And the opposite of love is hatred. Let me go to this right here, right? Ooh, they may have it right here. Let's see. First John. I want to say it's 3 and 15. I'm going off the top of my head. Boom. I want to say it's 15. Let's see. Whosoever hateth his, First John 3 and 15. Whosoever hateth his brother is a murderer, and ye know that no murderer hath eternal life abiding in him. Right? So, if keeping the commandments is love, what's the opposite of love? Hate. And so, in order to hate, you have to break these commandments. And so, whoever hateth his brother is a murderer. Murdering, we're told, hey, like the Christians say, hey, the 10 Commandments, thou shalt not murder. If you're a murderer, you murder. That's breaking the commandments. That's hate, because it's being the opposite of love, which is keeping the commandments. So I say, and ye know that no murderer hath eternal life abiding in him. And that's the thing. So all this is intertwined. All this is intertwined. I'm over here doing the class like, yo, it's crazy how all this is connected to each other. Wisdom, hate, wisdom, love, understanding. But we get no longer have to keep the commandments. Boom. That's why our people were no longer wise. They view us as dumb. We literally have no understanding, and we have a hatred. We have a hatred for each other like no other ethnicity, no other group of people who hate themselves like the way we hate ourselves. But why is that? It's because we no longer keeping the commandments. It's because we went astray from this. We went astray from this, right? It says what? And you know that no murderer hath eternal life abiding in him. So let's see. But we already know how to get eternal life. That's because it's already told in Matthew 19. Boom. And Matthew 19:16. And behold, one came and said unto him, Good master, what good thing shall I do that I may have eternal life? Because so a murderer don't have eternal life abiding in him. So let's see, hey, how do we get this eternal life? And he said, Why callest thou me good? There is none good but one, that is God. But if thou will enter into life, keep the commandments. That's how we want to enter into life. That's how we're gonna get on top. Light enough said, hey, we got the cheat code. It was already told how to be how to prosper, how to succeed. I just realized I ain't never read that Joshua 1:8 in the NLT. Now I'm curious. Let's see what it's talking about in the NLT. To study this book of instruction continually, meditate on it day and night, so you will be sure to obey everything written in it. Only then will you prosper and succeed in all you do. Yeah, we got the cheat code. You know the crazy thing is, right? The word instruction. That's what the word Torah means in Hebrew. Instruction. This is how we're gonna prosper and succeed. And the reason we know it's true because another group of people decided to follow it. And they very prosperous and they're succeeding right now in the world. So if let's go back to Psalms, right? Psalms 147, right? Boom. I'm in the NLT. I was like, that don't look right. Let's go right here. Boom. He showed his word unto Jacob, his statute and his judgments unto Israel. Right? So if people who are not Israel are following and keeping parts, not even the whole, not even the whole Torah, they're following and keeping parts of the Torah, and they're prosperous and successful. How much more when the intended audience? How much more prosperous and successful then will the intended audience be when that group of people decides to follow the Torah, when that group of people decide to have real love for each other, when that group of people finally decide that we're going to be one again. Shalom, King. Shalom. All praises. But no, that's my class for today. The water. I'm gonna say for a little while. We can chop it up. If you got any questions, feel free to ask them. All praises. I mean, yeah, man. This was on my spirit, man. Love was because a lot of people be talking about love, but they don't have no real love for each other. That real love, that's what we need in our community. That love gonna make you sometimes uncomfortable, put you in a situation. You matter of fact, what's this? Galatians 4, right? Boom. Galatians 4:16. Am I therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth? Right. I'm gonna love you enough to tell you the truth. But you should respect. You should have enough respect for me to be like, look, you know what? Yeah, you told me the truth. I love you for that. A lot of our people like to get mad when you tell them the truth. A lot of our people get mad when you hurt their feelings. That's what I believe. That's why a lot of our people stop being so straight up with our people. That's why a lot of our people catering to people's feelings now. Love became more of a feeling than an action because our people take you telling the truth, mean you hating on them now. I'm not hating on you, brother. I want to see you succeed. I want to see you thrive. But I know what you're doing right now ain't right. They don't want that open rebuke. Like you said, hey, very prideful. What is that? Hey, they got that they got that Tupac quote. That Tupac quote. Hey, no, hey, nobody but God can judge me. Only God can judge me. Man, come on. Let's be for real. Only God can judge you. But look, hey, you gonna go in that courtroom guilty of a crime, and you can get life from a judge that's judging you on the crime you committed. But only God can judge. Come on, bro. Hey, that's why I like 50 Cent. 50 Cent say, hey, he know better. 50 Cent say, hey, he know, hey, judge gonna judge you. And that's the problem with our people. Very prideful. They don't want to. They don't want to be told anything wrong, right? They don't want to be told anything wrong. They feel like they way the best way. As long as my feelings okay, we good. That ain't it. That is not it. Like I said, all this feelings is very subjective, man. That's why I said, hey, we need to have something that's a. That's why we all got to come back because we have an actual code that let us know, hey, right from wrong. That's how we gonna get back right as a community. That's how we gonna show our love for real. The water, now I appreciate it, man. The water. I'm glad you. I'm glad you liking the class for real. That's the water. Oh man, any questions, comments? No. Oh, it's not the. I want to say, well, tomorrow we should be having, Zamir in the bot class, and another class on Saturday. We didn't have it last week because of the new moon feast. All praises, all praises. Yeah, man, this is just seeing what's going on in our world right now is funny, man. And the love, or the lack of love, I should say. Going back to the cover photo, real love. But all right, I see we don't got anything on. No question, comments. I'm about to hop off. The Water family for tapping in. I appreciate y'all, tuning in. I really do for real. Yeah. Hey, we growing together. That's where I look at it. Hey, we growing together with this. And we all getting edified and getting to know each other. Lord willing, know one day we see y'all for real. But with that, I like to give all honor, praises, and glory to the Most High God, Yahweh, in the name of His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, and say Shalom.